青コーナー185センチ84キロジェイソン・Mayhem Miller!
Jason Miller looking for his 23rd career victory and what would be his biggest.
赤コーナー181センチ83.7キロRonaldo Jacaré!
Jacaré looking for victory number 11 in his career. As I said earlier, the favourite is Jacaré, $1.38 for the win. Miller at $3, the stare down between the two. They fought in 2008. It was Jacaré who came up trumps via decision after an absolute war. Jason Miller, who said last time out, I fought with my heart. Tonight, I am going to fight with my mind. We are all ready for the fight we've been looking forward to. The time for talk is over. Miller and Jacaré. Dream middleweight title. Michael Chavello, Guy Mezger, Mike Kogan with you ringside.
Well, they started off with exchanging stiff left hands to each other. It's like, welcome to the fight, gentlemen.
Nice right hand from Jason Miller. Speedy off that rear hand. Both are orthodox fighters. Inside thigh kick from Jacaré. Miller leads with the right hand. Good work from Jason Miller. Swung with the uppercut. Jacaré double leg takes him down. Miller trying to get back to his feet, and he does. Holding onto the ropes though. Referee moves in. Miller lets go of it.
Well, you know, he really wasn't hooking the ropes. He was, you know.
No, not necessarily. No, I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was, can use the ropes to get up as long as he doesn't grab him.
Miller trying to pull the head down. Go for the Muay Thai clinch here. He'll work the knees if he can. Hasn't got the room at the moment. A little bit of a cut over the side of the right eye, it looks like now, for Jason Miller. Doesn't look like it'll run into the eye and impair his vision, though.
He kind of lucked out. It looks like it's running around the side of his eye, which is a good deal.
Again, Miller just being cautioned. Let's go of the rope as Jacaré turns him around, drives a knee into the midsection, trying to fold him in half. Miller creates some distance to work the striking now. Good lead hook overhand right from Jacaré. High left round kick to the liverception.
Well, so far, Miller is able to do exactly what Guy was talking about, and that's impose somewhat of his will and definitely avoid takedowns.
But he's getting countered real well here. He needs to get his distance down a little bit. You know?
Well, I think they're still in a bit of a filling out process here and trying to find their range. You know, one thing to say about Miller, who's ironically an extraordinary human being, is this guy's famous. He's got a good show, and right now he's on top.
No kicks to the head, of course, of a downed opponent. As the referee moved in and called break, Jacaré's been cut. He has been cut via that kick to the head. Ooh, and that's right on top of the scalp, it looks like.
Oh, it would be a shame if this fight was called because of that. And it would technically be a no contest because they haven't gotten far enough to score it, and it was unintentional.
Hard to see just how deep the cut is, given the hair here of Jacaré as the ringside physician takes a look over it. It's just on the hairline. Trying to establish just how deep that cut is. Of course, there's a long way to go here in the first round before the corners can take a look at it and apply some Vaseline, get some adrenaline in there if this fight does go on.
Oh, it would be absolutely devastating if this fight was to be called right now. I mean, it would be so anticlimactic to this wonderful evening. I mean, this is one of the fights that all the fans have been looking for. This is the fight that Jacaré has spent the last 8 months training for. This is the fight that Jason's wanted and has been training for.
It looks like the translator, who is the man in the glasses over in the corner of Jacaré, as Jason Miller has issued a yellow card. The man in the glasses there, the Brazilian-Japanese translator, turned to Gilberto, the manager of Jacaré in the red corner, and seemed to say, it's a deep cut, but he may be okay to go on here.
No, why was the yellow card issued? For kicking on?
I think it was kicking while Jacaré was down, which is not permitted under Dream rules. Here you go, shin meets head, and that cuts him open.
But it was unintentional as the momentum of Jacaré's was going down, so that is why he's getting a yellow card, not getting disqualified.
Clean shot, too. Off the rear leg from Jason Miller.
Yeah, I mean, that was, he was clearly on the ground. I don't think, Jason's not a dirty fighter or anything.
No, I mean, but once you start the kick and the guy falls, the adrenaline, the momentum, I definitely don't think he intended for this to happen.
So Jason getting his cut looked over as well. It is to the side of the right eye. As we said, it's not over the eye. It won't trickle down and impair his vision at all. Meanwhile, some concern still over in the other neutral corner with Jacaré. You can see all the blood on the towel there. The ringside physician is holding to the head. If they can't stem the bleeding and feel that the gash may worsen if this fight goes on, they may indeed call it off, which, as Mike said, would be absolutely tragic.
Yeah, it would be a very anticlimactic way to end this incredible evening tonight. You know, let's hope they can go.
Just trying to hear what Jason was saying then. Still the officials now. Jacaré moving towards centre ring. He looks okay to go on. And the referee will recommence this. Jacaré is okay.
Well, time is definitely against him now, so Jacaré needs to move quickly and get him on the ground, because if too much blood starts to go, this fight will be stopped.
As we said, still a long way to go between the rounds when the corner can go to work. As Miller lines up the right hand, Jacaré takes him down.
We felt that.
Nicely done from the alligator.
So like I said, Jacaré doesn't have much time, so he needs to move quickly, and that's exactly what he just did.
Jason's doing a really good job, though. Jason's doing a really good job of keeping his hips moving out.
Jason's a veteran fighter. I mean, you know, he would not be in this tournament fight. I mean, I'm sorry, in this title fight if he wasn't a veteran fighter.
Short clipping left hand from Jacaré. Blood streaming down the forehead of the Brazilian now. Into the red corner they go. Oh, have a look at the blood. More blood than an episode of Dexter here in centre ring, and this one could be over, guy. Not a pretty sight. Jacaré saying, come on, let's go on with it. But the blood is just streaming down the forehead of the Brazilian.
Made some kind of a comment that upset Jacaré.
It looks like, I'm not sure if that's Jacaré's blood on Jason, or is he being cut?
No,
it's Jacaré's blood.
That's Jacaré's blood.
Okay.
Yeah,
so there's a thick gob of blood.
Yeah,
on
but
the
you got to
left side
realize, when you have a
Jason.
thick cut, and then the adrenaline starts to pump, the heart starts to pump the blood faster.
Plus, it's
it starts to go everywhere.
Yeah, a head cut bleeds a lot, more so than the face. The face bleeds a great deal, but the top of the head and the back of the head bleeds a lot more, you know, especially again when they're out moving around.
Interestingly here, Mr. Tanagawa, the head of FAG, is circling the ring to talk to officials as well. Referee has called for timeout. Jacaré saying he wants to go on. Referee saying, don't worry, I haven't called off the fight yet. I'm just saying it's a timeout.
Timeout, yeah.
You know, this is what I don't understand. Why don't they put some adrenaline in it? Because the injury happened on a foul.
Exactly.
They should at least stop.
Unintentional.
Yeah, unintentional, but it's a foul nonetheless. And they should stop it and put the adrenaline in there to keep it. You know, they have seal. You know, for that they can seal it, and it works pretty effectively.
Well, what I'm afraid of is just such a long round. You know, we can't keep stopping every minute and a half to
that's why I said
blood.
that's why they need to put the adrenaline.
Either
in.
that, or they just need to call it off and be done with it and start, you know, and fight again. I guess at ring 10.
Now this is the classic. Referee huddle to
big
decide.
Huddle, big huddle.
To decide on how they call this thing. So,
boys, what are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah. Basically, they're saying it doesn't look like we can go on. And this is
usually when there's a huddle, there's never a good outcome. Nobody comes out of the huddle and goes fight away.
Yeah, because they don't want to have one guy make the decision that
exactly.
Like, popular.
Let's say it at once.
Let's spread it out a little bit. One of us may get home tonight alive.
Yeah, it's more like they both look upset. I would hate to be the one getting hit.
Miller throwing up his hands as if to say to the officials, well, what's going on? And I'm still fighting for the middleweight title here. Let's see if we can get some indication as to what the officials are saying. And our referee is going to address the audience. They may have stopped this one. Jacaré is shouting out that he wants to continue, and he's having to be restrained. You see there, they're restraining Jacaré. He wants to go on, and he's saying to Jason, come on, let's do it.
Well, it seemed like it got a little personal there at the end, too.
Yeah, Jason looked like he said something to Jacaré that provoked him into getting upset.
Referee saying it definitely was an accidental kick from Jason.
And the fight is a no contest.
It is a no contest.
Yes.
Well, an anti-climax here at the Yokohama Arena. An accidental kick from Jason Miller opening up the cut on Jacaré. The fight stopped to address the cut, then it recommenced. The cut got worse, blood streamed down the forehead and onto the face of Jacaré. They cannot stem the bleeding. Therefore, folks, in the battle for the Dream Middleweight Championship, we have a no contest.
Not a great end. Of course, and this is the classic Japanese headdress that they always put on. They have a cut, and then you know you figure that they amputated something. You know,
Miller absolutely gutted here, and as he should be, and so is Jacaré
like
too.
Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
with that thing on his head. But
Jacaré of Arabia, but there's the illegal kick. Shin just slicing the top of the head of Jacaré. So incredible scenes here in Yokohama. You see the blood streaming down the chest. Jacaré's cut there all over Miller. Jacaré got a little bit personal, as Guy said. Some words were had among both fighters, but not the way we wanted to end what has been a stupendously stacked card here at Dream 9. Unbelievable scenes here at the Yokohama Arena. And folks, we'll be wrapping it up very shortly here at Dream 9.